This is a First Alert Weather Day on WAFF 48.
Well, good afternoon. We've been watching the storms for you all afternoon since this morning, and we're now starting to see threatening weather moving into our viewing area. We've got a tornado warning just across the state line. Right here is Franklin County, Red Bay, just off to your northwest. Circulation developing within this storm. It has a tornado warning. It's getting tighter. The signature is getting tighter. So we are now going to be entering continuous coverage and following this storm as it moves across northern Franklin County. By the way, Colbert County, you have been added to that tornado watch. So again, conditions now becoming more favorable across Colbert County into Franklin County and down into Marion County for the possibility of storms with tornadoes. This is moving fairly slowly right now at about 25 miles per hour to the east and northeast. I'm going to go ahead and put on the actual radar data here on top of the velocity, and you can see as we get down here towards Belmont and Golden, this is where we're seeing the circulation developing within this storm. Taking a look at the shear rate, it's not as well organized right now, and I know you may have been following social media. Other big storms, there's been confirmed tornadoes on the east side of Tuscaloosa, and now there's a new tornado warning in Tuscaloosa. Other storms have 2 tornado warnings in Tuscaloosa County right now, but this is not as strong as that one yet, but they all, all have to start somewhere. Again, back to the velocity data here. We're going to go storm relative velocity here as this has tightened up just a bit here in the last few minutes. As we get in closer, if you're in Red Bay, you can look off to the northwest and you'll be able to see the lowering of the clouds here. And this is it's moving into Belmont and Golden, right across the state line. Right here's the Mississippi state line. Now, the National Weather Service in Huntsville has not extended the tornado warning yet into Colbert and Franklin County, but they're monitoring this. But we're on giving you a heads up, letting you know you may need to seek shelter here, and that's exactly what I would be doing right now. North of Red Bay, you get out Highway 11, and you continue to the north on Highway 11. You've got looks like Jimmy Rapper Road, just to the north of Red Bay out 4th Avenue. Again, this is where the possible tornado is developing, right across the state line. Strong signs here on County Road 864 in extreme eastern Tishomingo County here with this storm. Actually, that may be Itawamba County. Let me go ahead and turn this on its side. Get back out here as we get farther north. Yeah, it's really right there in southern, it's right on the Tishomingo-Itawamba County line, it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of refocus the view here. Nothing going on in far northeast Alabama as far as any twisting wind goes, but we have heavy rain here. Scottsboro, you're very stable right now. So right now, at least for the next hour or two, in fact, probably longer than that, we are going to be looking at rain and storms moving into northeast Alabama and beginning to weaken as they do so. Farther to the south here, as you get south of Phil Campbell, we've got heavy rain, a lot of lightning, might even see some pea-sized hail with this storm in Hackleburg. What concerns us the most about this storm moving towards Belmont is the fact that it's out there on its own, and this environment over here, right as you cross the state line, is much more unstable than what we've been dealing with so far here in North Alabama. As we get in closer, you can see Crooked Oak north of Russellville, but if it takes this turn to the right, would impact Russellville just a little bit more. So as we take a look at the shear rate is increasing here. So again, confidence increasing of a possible tornado threat right now within this storm, moving towards Golden. Most of the lightning now is kind of concentrated on the northern edge of this storm, and what we've seen with the other storms, and all storms, when you're dealing with significant threats for tornadoes, really ramp up the lightning. They call it a lightning jump, and we're starting to see a lot more lightning with this particular storm here. Switching back over to, and it's getting this hook here again. So be seeking shelter here north of Red Bay as you go out farther to the northwest. We're going to zoom in a little bit closer here and get some of these street names on here. We've got County Road 23 here, County Road 25, County Highway 11 here. As you get into the northern areas here, it's a less populated area, but this is definitely going to have an impact here as it moves in eventually up towards Crooked Oak. Latest continues to show the circulation down here on the southern edge, just west of Red Bay. So Red Bay, let me get a look at the velocity here. I would be seeking shelter in Red Bay too, just because this may roll to the right just a bit. Anything from the National Weather Service yet as far?
They're just monitoring it right now. They're having issues with their radar.
Okay. I wonder if they're talking about, if the radar here itself and not trusting what the rotation that it's showing. But I will say that it is showing this hook on the back there, back here just to the south and west. So again, that tornado warning is out just across the state line. Let's put our live radar on here and see if we're seeing pretty much the same thing. And what's going to happen is if this is a tilted updraft, we're going to pick it up just a little bit more here, that rotating updraft inside this thunderstorm. So again, I would be seeking shelter in Red Bay for the possibility of a tornado from Red Bay up to Golden and areas right along the highway 24 east, burnout just to the north of there as you get up towards County Road 23. Again, no tornado warning yet, but the storm is right at the state line here. Are they mentioning that de-aliasing possibly a problem there with the radar?
I just said that the radar issues with that storm, but they're evaluating how much of an influence that is.
Okay. Yeah, because I will tell you, they have had a bit of an issue with de-aliasing of the velocity with this particular radar. However, that does become a problem. When you have lightning increasing and you have that appendage, that hook developing on the back side of the storm. So what we're looking at is the radar looking to the north. This is definitely a classic signature here for the rotation. Let's see if let's see what the hail algorithm is showing here on that storm. It is showing some hail there too. So that mid-level rotation is producing some hail within this thunderstorm as well. And this is right on that boundary as you get into the higher helicity, we call it, the wind shear over here as you get right along the state line. We're going to stay with this storm here as we still see potential anyway, especially with the environment the way it is, of possibly seeing a tornado develop within this storm. But again, the Weather Service kind of holding, I'd say at least be issuing a severe thunderstorm warning for that storm.
And that is in the area that has the highest energy levels here in North Alabama right now.
Right.
Joules per kilogram at 1,500 in that area.
So let's do some pixel queries here. 48 miles an hour, and then you get down here to the south. So it's not a violent rotation by any means, but just the setup of the atmosphere right now, don't want to take anything for granted with this storm, as we do have some signs of circulation here on the radar. And we'll continue to watch this. Let's put this into motion. And you can see it's kind of going through this stage here. But if we can, here's another thing that if we can get this storm to the south to interact with it, maybe that's what's going on. You're going to get this storm maybe interrupting the flow into this storm here right across the state line. That will interrupt that, and it will make it so it won't produce the tornado. So hopefully that's going to be the case. Let's take a look at some of the other velocity out here. Just some high wind going on in and around Hackleburg, and then we continue to monitor the storm right across the state line. But no other circulation, although the lightning is really picking up as you get over here in and around Phil Campbell. I wouldn't be surprised if you get some pea-sized hail in that area as well. But once again, I would be seeking shelter from this storm over northwestern Franklin County and the southwest corner of Colbert County. It's going to be a close call. But let's expand the view out here and show you what else is going on. You get down here to the south, and I do just want to touch base with Tuscaloosa.
Just rolled through town.
Tornado, do they have confirmed tornado damage in Tuscaloosa now?
Nothing yet. We still can't get into NW's. Oh, there we go. It just popped up.
It did? Okay, good.
Yeah, there's a debris signature here too in and around. This is the second tornado to impact Tuscaloosa County. This one was closer to the downtown area.
The last time we heard anything from Tuscaloosa before this came back up, Tuscaloosa, was 1.5 inches hail and considerable damage with the last track that went through.
Okay. So we've had a significant storm. 2 of them moved through Tuscaloosa County. And then what was the community college? Was it
Shelton?
Shelton Community College had
State.
Shelton State had heavy damage there in southern Tuscaloosa County. As far as Auburn goes, and maybe Jacksonville State, they're on the rain-cooled side for Jacksonville State. And down at Auburn, everything's still well out to the west of them. Closest warning is down there in Selma, Alabama. Let's go get in closer here to this storm that still has that little hook on it.
So that storm just northeast of Tuscaloosa still saying observed with considerable damage on that tornado warning as well.
Considerable. Yeah, it's hard to get a good sample on this storm right here. but just given the lightning and the environment, we're going to stay with this for you folks over here in western Franklin County. There's no debris signatures showing up. Again, this is going to be a false area here. That's not really what's going on with that storm. But the shear rate, it does pick that up there. But that's on the southern edge of it as well. So we go back to velocity. Yeah, just picking up some wind. And again, the de-aliasing issue, that's the real problem here, is you have a storm. And again, that's the scientific way that the Doppler radar is trying to differentiate between what's really going on with this storm. But the shape of the storm, the fact we're getting more lightning here with the storm, and it's in a heavily sheared environment, we're going to continue to proceed here with caution and continue to extend this. Again, no warning out for this storm in Alabama. The tornado warning is just across the state line. But as we get in closer, that area of circulation is right across the state line. I mean, it's not a well-defined, it's not really a gate-to-gate, we call it. We don't have a violent rotation going on here, but we could have a developing tornado here within a few minutes. The lightning continues to pick up. And so far, no reports of a tornado with this storm. This is just radar indicated as of right now. So we'll flip the radar back on. I'll put another storm track on this, and I'm going to kind of put it in this area right here.
Have we talked about the confirmed tornado that was located near Bull City? That was further south.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get too much more detail with those storms down to the south, as we've got this storm here moving east at 30 miles per hour. And of course, the biggest area is going to be Red Bay, but I'll go ahead and zoom in here, and we'll get into, looks like that's Highway 247 and Winchester Road, and we are in northwestern Franklin County with this storm. I'm sure there's a lowering of the clouds out here in Franklin County as well. We've got Highway 24, Green Road, slow moving storm. It is rotating. I mean, just the nature of what we're seeing here in this mode, which is called reflectivity, does show some rotation with the storm as it's moving to the east. And as I mentioned earlier, we do have this area down near Vina moving to the north. So this is eventually going to interact with this storm. And I think we're probably going to see it cause this other storm to weaken. Let's go down here to Phil Campbell. I'll go ahead and exit out of that storm track. A lot of lightning going on in Phil Campbell at the moment. And this lightning, we had a lot of problems with lightning earlier today. A lot of homes struck by lightning, trees. We had a tree got hit by a lightning strike, and it caused a rupture to the gas pipe, a gas line. So let's take a look here at the shear rate near Hackleburg on the back side of this storm here. Yeah, there's just not much showing up, even though, you know, on the radar.
Colbert County just posted a picture of what looks to be a wall cloud near Red Bay.
Okay, let me get a look at that. Yeah, it's a lowering of the cloud base, that's for sure, but I don't see anything imminent on the ground with that. Again, that was over near Red Bay. But tremendous lightning going on down here in Phil Campbell. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But right now, not seeing anything significant as far as winds go. In fact, the winds are, well, there are some gusty winds in here, maybe 40 miles per hour. And that's also what we're seeing over here just to the west of Red Bay is some strong gusty winds in with that. Storm relative velocity.
Just again, issued a tornado warning.
Tornado warning for Red Bay?
Yeah, it just popped up.
Okay, so we've got a new tornado warning now.
Till 4:15.
Till 4:15. Okay, so we're going to continue in continuous coverage here. So we've got the storm with a significant amount of lightning here in and around Phil Campbell, but it's the storm out here near Golden and Red Bay. Again, Red Bay, be seeking shelter because that rotation is showing up just a little bit closer right there on the west side. And I'll zoom this out, and you can see this is the new tornado warning. It's kind of a short polygon, which is indicative of the slower movement of this storm. The storms to the south are moving a little bit faster.
What they're asking, or what they're pointing out, is it looks like it's going to make impact with a warm front. And they're expecting it to produce a tornado as that happens. Okay, so yeah, we're starting to see this. Yeah, so the warm front, and that's a boundary, and it causes and we mentioned that earlier today, you get some of these moving to the right, and it's getting better organized, unfortunately. So let's talk about
things you need to be doing to prepare. Up the road here, again, if you are, I'll take that down. Now, if you're about 30 to 45 minutes from the path, and I'm going to put a new storm track on this, you need to be leaving your mobile home. Again, this is going to be in northern Franklin County, and southern Colbert County is included in that. Are they included in that, or is this just strictly
It's
Southern
Franklin.
Southern Colbert County as well? So you need to be leaving your mobile home. You need to be prepared to seek shelter in an adequate area. Right now, we're looking at the development of a possible tornado in the next 5, 10, maybe 20 minutes or so. Nothing's confirmed yet, but we do have a wall cloud that's been confirmed there, looking just to the west of Red Bay. Make sure your phone is charged, and these are some of the plans that we had already mentioned during the broadcast the last several days as we declared the first alert weather day. Arrange your safe place. So now it's time to go to your safe place if you're in those areas, again, and you're in that immediate impact. But again, 30 to 45 minutes. No time, no need to panic now. The storm's moving at 20 to 25 miles per hour, but find your flashlight, because if you lose power, you may be without power all the way through the evening and overnight hours. So again, the same rules apply over here south of Muscle Shoals. We're going to watch this storm here. Again, there's no need to leave your mobile home right now, but this storm is approaching from the southwest. And let me put that new storm track on here. I'm going to get the latest data as we take a look. Let's switch this over, and we're going to take a look here. Again, we're going to the closest, the radar here to the storm as we take a look at the storm relative velocity. Again, all along this line, there's that potential, but the higher potential is right in Red Bay right now. So again, seek shelter in Red Bay for a developing or a possible tornado moving in from the west. And I'm going to get in close, and then I'll zoom out and do that storm track for you. But as we get in here, this is right in Red Bay, the stronger rotation here. We're looking at 4th Avenue and 4th Street just to the west. We got Ridge Road here, and this is the state line basically. And I'm going to pixel query this here so you can see how fast this wind is right here. So we're looking at some of this wind. Grab the right one. Some of this wind approaching 50 miles per hour, I would imagine. If I can get the right one. Again, tornado warning expires at 3:45. I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. So again, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to go down here.
The warning in Alabama is till 4:15. The one in Mississippi is till 3:45.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, it was grabbing the Mississippi warning. So we have roughly in this area right here about 89 miles per hour worth of shear going on within this storm, and this is just on the west side of Red Bay. So we've got 60 to 67 mile per hour winds going towards the radar, and other areas going away from it. Actually, that almost looks like an anticyclonic rotation there. See how it's flipped here?
They just came out and said there's strong rotation, but take it with a grain of salt. The rotation has looked very odd and off on the last several scans. That's what they meant by radar issues.
Yeah, this is the de-aliasing issue here, and that is why they were going to have this radar down. In fact, this is the National Weather Service radar, and they were going to have this down for maintenance. So I really think that's going to be difficult on the. See how it's all messy in here. So we're really going to go more with what we see on the radar, and this just looks messy here as well. Let's go to our live radar, and our live radar shows this over Red Bay, but the lightning is really away from that center updraft that you would expect to see it. So again, take your tornado precautions here in southern Colbert County and western Franklin County. This storm doesn't appear to be producing a tornado right now, but it could go through the process. But as I mentioned earlier, notice the storm to the south of it. I think this is going to interrupt that. So we're going to lose a lot of that velocity signature there. And again, this is a real troublesome thing for us to deal with, because you want to give that accurate warning out there, but then when you have these velocity issues, it makes it more difficult. So let's go back over here to the radar.
Do you want to check on that hail core? He's talking about possibly some large hail in Colbert County.
Okay, now let's get to that. Good idea. Yeah, we've got this hail coming in. We're probably looking at maybe dime to nickel size hail with this storm, and it's tracking to the east northeast. I think the hail is a bigger threat where we have the heavier lightning, and that's where the bigger updraft is with this storm. So this is a dangerous storm, no doubt about it. And again, we continue to try to dissect whether or not we have a tornado developing within that. And over time, it's eventually going to basically show its cards as we take a look at more radar information. So there's the storm. It's going to interact with the storm to the south. Let's take a look farther to the west. New storms beginning to develop out here. So again, this area over Mississippi is just prime for severe storms. If one of these starts to take off, it will quickly become severe and track to the northeast a little bit quicker than some of these other storms. But as we get in closer, going back here into southern Colbert County, the overall storm structure, I will tell you, is looking better organized. So that's what's going to lead to more chances for hail. And I mentioned I was going to put a storm track on here, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to basically go where the hail core is, down to where we may have the possible tornado developing, and I'm going to move it east, and it's moving a little more northeast at about 29 miles per hour, and I'm going to expand the view out here. In fact, I've got to get in closer to get some of these towns in here, because this is just not, of course, we're in a fairly sparsely populated area out here, so let me take this area out here and take it to the northeast. We'll go about 35 miles per hour. So Crooked Oak, about 4:15, and that's going to be towards the end of this warning. And right now, it is 12 minutes until 4 o'clock. Large hail becoming more likely with this storm. The possibility of a tornado may develop within this storm, and damaging straight line winds may develop with this storm. The lightning is picking up, so we know the storm is getting stronger. It is not getting weaker. This is where it's really important to have spotter reports coming out of this storm here. With it about to get wrapped in rain, if there is that wall cloud, the visibility of the wall cloud is going to be much worse here. It's going to be more difficult to see it, but the storm itself is better organized.
We're starting to see the low-level jet pick up right at the tip of that too.
Okay.
From there south all the way to the
right
Gulf.
down in here.
Yeah.
And sirens are going off in Florence and the Shoals. I'm getting people talking about that online.
Well, yeah, I think what's happening is they sound the sirens for the whole county. You're not in the polygon right now, but the storm is approaching, so we'll be talking a lot more about Muscle Shoals. In fact, I'm gonna get off here and get those cameras in just a second. We'll go in there and we'll start talking more about the cameras going on. In fact, if you can go ahead and start up links, start the show. I think I can go through there. We'll just start going through, and we're going to kind of go through some of these other areas. So again, to summarize what's going on, 2 storms with tornadoes in Tuscaloosa County, moving on the west side of Birmingham now. Watching areas north of Jasper. We've got a tornado warning out for Colbert County. That storm lightning has been picking up in the last few minutes. We're watching that one closely, and as we continue to zoom in, Coleman, north of Coleman, moving into southern Morgan County, the lightning's picking up. And as we go forward in time, we're just going to kind of go through future radar here and show you as we go past 4 o'clock, we're going to continue to see more of these storms developing and lifting to the north, and it's just going to continue one round after the other. Now, not every storm that comes through is going to be severe, but as this finalizes, so to speak, as we approach the end of the night, we're definitely looking at more widespread severe weather. The biggest impact as far as everyone at one time is going to be coming late this evening, and it may not end until 3 o'clock over here from Fort Payne to Albertville and areas to the south. So as we go on through here, Brandon, I'm going to toss to you, and I'm going to go over here and get these cameras set up over here out in the Shoals.
Yeah, we've got that tornado watch, which has been extended to Colbert County. PDS tornado watch, particularly dangerous situation until 7 o'clock. You may not see your county if you're in Morgan, Limestone, Madison, Marshall, or even off into Lauderdale counties, but that doesn't mean you're not in the severe weather threat. What it's just saying is you're just not under this watch. We do expect that later around this evening to probably include everybody as it does start to roll through. Now, the storm right now in northeastern Mississippi rolling into northwestern Alabama, definitely grabbing and holding on to a lot more warmth. You can see 79 in Tupelo, same with Jackson, Mississippi, while it's much cooler here in North Alabama, low 60s into Coleman and Muscle Shoals at 64. So we don't have as much energy east of I-65 right now with 59 in Gadsden. As we take a little closer look at these temperatures, you'd like to see these numbers into the upper 60s for these storms to really stay strong. So you see the warmer weather, the more energy is situated right along the Mississippi and Alabama state line. Russellville's at 65, but you get right into northern Mississippi, they're into the 70s. So that's right about the edge of where the greatest instability or energy and atmospheric gasoline, if you want to call it that, is situated. But you look at the change in the dew points. Already starting to see them climb towards Russellville and Haleyville into the mid-60s. So what that's saying is that moisture nose is starting to come a little further to the north and east. These dew points already climbing from where they were about an hour and a half ago into the mid-50s for north central parts of Alabama. So that warm front is going to start to lift. Right now where that's situated is pretty much through the northwestern parts of the state and down through Coleman County, and there's about 1,500 people without power in southern Coleman County from some storms earlier today. So widespread power outages, as Brad mentioned, could become an issue later on today. Now the wind, which we're going to have to watch, is out of the east right now in Scottsboro, but more southeasterly in Haleyville and Moulton. That's just going to help add to some of that shear. And as Brad mentioned, the greater shear and rotation in the atmosphere is also lined up right in line where we've had the stronger storms develop towards our south and west and right along the Mississippi-Alabama state line. Storm activity down towards Tuscaloosa continues to push north and east very rapidly. There's 2 tornado warnings out that way, pushing towards Birmingham. Some considerable damage with that one tornado as it moves south of Tuscaloosa off towards Bowdsville. And as Brad has been talking about this storm, which has a warning out until 4:15 off in northwestern Alabama. This does include Red Bay. As we take a look at velocity on this, the strongest rotation right along Alabama 247. So this is southwest of Rock Creek, Crooked Oak. As Brad mentioned, probably moving around 35 to 40 miles per hour. So we'll do a 40-mile-per-hour path on this, moving it to the north and east. So Rock Creek, we're looking at around 4 o'clock. So that's 7 minutes from now. Crooked Oak about 15 minutes from now as that moves to the north and east, roughly 30 to 40 miles per hour. Again, right along Alabama 247. So if we can jump in to the street level viewing on this, where the green and that red come together, and just like that, the latest scan, it just kind of goes away. Not nearly as strong or as organized as it was the scan previous. As I bump back, you can see as I take a loop of that, the latest scan. And as Brad meant, well, you can almost see the warm front interacting with this storm.
Yeah, that is
right there. It as we put this back and forth, toggling back and forth, the storm, I'll circle it off towards the east of Belmont, right here, interacts with this line right here, and as that happens,
that may be a cell merger. Put the reflectivity back on that.
Reflectivity right there.
That's a cell merger. So we really have to watch this storm right now, because as these storms can merge, that's when you can spin up a tornado. So sometimes you'll have a storm that's been struggling, and then all of a sudden another storm collapses in it, and that's a boundary. So it's going to interact with that.
It's pretty easy to see the warm front almost there now, blasting through Russellville and Phil Campbell.
Yeah, that was a big push there.
I would say right along that.
Yeah, maybe a little south of Russellville.
A little further south. Push that down south.
But this is where this storm is either going to produce a tornado here in the next 10 minutes, or this is going to kill that storm. That's another way to look at it.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a quick spin up with that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, just the shear itself. Yeah, just the fact that there's that rotation there on Highway 247, just south of Highway 90.
Yeah, just how that interacts and then poof, goes away. As you mentioned, the merging there, as we throw reflectivity back up, I'm going to loop this so you can see what Brad's talking about. We've got this energy coming out of the south, which is blasting that way, but we've had the storm moving from west to east. And as those two converge, that's where we had that quick burst of rotation, which right along Highway 247, wouldn't be surprised if there was that quick spin up there. But a tornado warning still in effect for another 20 minutes. But we're getting right up to the edge here of that warning, excuse me, because that rotation was right along the edge of that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they extend this off in the northern parts of Franklin and then southern Colbert County. If they